Time that I finally speak on Shyne's The Honorable Shyne documentary, which you can find it on Hulu. I've seen the documentary about 3 times. This is one of the biggest turnaround stories ever. It is a remarkable story. It is unbelievable how this man changed his life around. He's a man that comes from Belize. His family's from Belize. When he came to New York, he was not the easiest person to get along with. He was very rebellious. He would get in trouble with people. But luckily he had a strong mother, a good mother that was doing whatever it take to keep her son safe from the streets. Shyne, when he was on his way to make it in hip hop, one of the things that I admire about Shyne is his relentlessness, the level of hunger that he had to get into the music industry. There's an interesting part in the documentary where he approached Jay-Z and he said that if he doesn't sound good to shoot him, and Jay was like, huh? Like, Shyne was just unbelievably relentless, motivated to get in the music industry, to get the attention of anyone that was associated with any record label or anything and everything. He was willing to do whatever it takes to get to the industry. And he said, if my music doesn't make you feel like the way Nas makes me feel, or the way Jay makes me feel, or how Biggie makes me feel, then that he's not doing it right. So the constructive criticism and feedback that he got from others helped him, and he just was doing whatever it takes to get better as an artist. Obviously, we know what happened with the whole New York nightclub situation, when unfortunately and sadly he became the fall guy. He didn't snitch on anyone. He didn't throw nobody under the bus. Puffy, we know what he did. He did not have Shyne's back. He did not come through for him. He mostly cared about himself and paid too much attention to what the lawyers were telling him. So the fact that Shyne did 10 years, he sacrificed his entire career, his life, his family. That was, not everyone would be willing to do that. In terms of not throw anybody under the bus, I mean, Shyne was not gonna he was not gonna do that to any of his so-called friends. So the fact that he went to jail, and then when he came out, he went to Belize, and then from there, Shyne did something that is very rare, which is he converted into an Orthodox Jew. Most people, they convert into a Muslim and stuff like that, but he did it completely different. It was interesting to learn in the documentary that he moved to Israel for 2 years, and then from there he moved back to Belize. And I feel like it was during his time in Israel that he was trying to get back into the whole rapping thing, but it took out of courage from someone, a friend of his, to tell him that hip-hop is not part of him anymore. That's not who he is. He doesn't have that anymore, because his music was suffering. Nobody was messing with him. Nobody was calling him. So, he was not the Shyne from the late 90s, early 2000s Shyne. And although his music grew when he went to jail, by the time he was out, he was completely out of his prime. His lyrics, his music just wasn't the same. So he had to pivot, he had to shift, and he had to try to do other things. So politics came naturally to him because he likes helping people. And look where he is now. He is the leader of the opposition of Belize now. And there could be a chance that he could become prime minister of Belize in the future, and I hope he does. But what a way for him to change his life around. I cringed when I saw a part where they show Puffy. He was like doing a selfie video, and he said, "My brother Shyne," etc. And I'm like, please, if you were really his brother, you would have not let him take the fall. But it is what it is. There's an interesting part of the documentary which I can't forget, and I had to write this down. Gene Deal, which is Puffy's ex-bodyguard, he said that it was one day that him and Puff went to Central Park, and a man was standing in the park and prayed to Puff. So, and the man told him to go inside a cage, and inside the cage, Puff took a white bird, and he threw the bird in the air, and the bird fell to the ground. The bird automatically died. And this was after the whole nightclub situation and before. This was after the nightclub situation and before Puff was not guilty of the verdict. So when the bird fell to the ground, Puff just walked away from the man. He walked away from the whole entire situation. So that part was crazy that I never knew about that until I saw the documentary. But I feel like that was a very interesting part to mention. But overall, this documentary is about the redemption of Shyne's life and career. He is so much better now than Wade was before. So this goes to show you that people can change for the better. There's many people that don't believe that people can change, but this is a great example of how a man can become something so much bigger, so much valuable to the world. My review for this documentary from 1 through 5, I give it a 4.3 out of 5 stars. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And as always, be safe. And may God bless each and every one of you.